You need to take control right now. Roger's Too Fit here to help you lose weight, not your lifestyle. And today I'm gonna help you understand why you need to start taking your fitness journey very seriously right now, this moment. Now, if you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, 50s or higher, this is a video you need to watch because there's different things that you need to be doing at each stage of your life, because as time goes on, you are going to change and things do get tough. Now, it can be very hard to lose weight along this journey, but as long as you listen to Roger Too Fit, I got you covered. Now, this comes from my experience as a personal trainer and nutritionist over the years. And over this time, I've trained young people and more seasoned people alike, right? So I got something to tell you. Let's talk about it. So I want you to understand first your activity level and how it changes as you age. We're gonna start from the bottom to the top. So let's talk about in your 20s. Now in your 20s, you're more likely to be active, right? You got more friends, you're probably single, you go out more, you probably party and dance, go to social gatherings, you're more goal-oriented, you have a lot of drive, you're probably a workaholic, got 1, 2, maybe even 3 jobs. You're doing a lot of stuff. Why? Because in the 20s, we're just very ambitious people. We have big goals and dreams we just want to achieve, and we're always doing everything to go and do these things. We're not very sedentary. What does that mean? In your 20s, you're burning a lot more calories. When you get to your 30s, maybe late 20s, you're more sedentary. Why? You started a new job, you have more security, maybe you're getting married, engaged, you're settled down, you might have kids, you're parenting a lot, you're going to conferences here and there, you're in the workroom, the meeting room, your friend group changed, your friends are probably more sedentary. How do I know this? 3/4 of Americans are classified as overweight and or obese, right? So that means a lot of your friends probably have a more sedentary lifestyle, and birds of a feather flock together. So as you get into those 30s and you've done all the goals and drives from your 20s, it gets a lot harder to start making those changes because you're comfortable. You're good, you got a good job. If you're married, you got a good marriage. Like, life's good. Why work so hard? You know what I'm saying? So when you're in your 30s, it's starting to get a lot harder for you to actually improve on your fitness goals, because now you have to take yourself up out of your usual routine, because working out at this point and getting motivated to do so with all the other things you got going on in your busy schedule, it's just too much now. Now, 40s and up. This one is even tougher than your 30s. I bet you could imagine. Why? Because you're older. You ever try to tell somebody, hey, you shouldn't do that? And they're like a little, older than you, a little more seasoned. And it's like, yeah, I know I shouldn't do it, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks. We hear it all the time, right? Older folk, they're complacent, okay? Stubborn, especially men. Like me, I know me personally, I am very stubborn. So the stuff that I'm doing now, I ain't really gonna change in the future. I might know something is bad for me, but probably might still do it just because I know I'm being a stubborn old man. That's just what it is, okay? But you gotta also understand that and use that to your advantage. When you're in your 40s, you're definitely settled at this point. Whether you're married or you're single, you are content where you at, or at least maybe 80 to 90% content where you're at. And if you're not content, you're complacent and you're probably not willing to change. And that's just the honest truth. Maybe you parent a lot, you probably have a higher position at work that requires a lot of just your mental energy, time, and attention. And you're just really busy at this point, right? And at this point in life, when you're in your 40s and up, it is very hard to want to change, because it's like, why? I've been living my life all this time, changing now, don't nobody care, right? My friends don't care. My family don't really care like that, And it's like when you try to change, it's like people just start pulling you back down to who you are. It's like, girl, you too old to be doing all that. Now, the thing I want you to do is use your strengths as accelerants and use your weaknesses as your strengths. What do I mean? I'm gonna explain. So when you're in your 20s, this is your solution. The fact that you are so goal-oriented, it's not a whole lot of security in life, it's not a lot going on, you're not super duper busy, use that. Practice time management, practice discipline, practice motivation, practice building better self-development habits overall, because when you get in your 30s and your 40s and you're more stubborn, I'd rather you be stubborn with good habits than stubborn with bad habits that you have a hard time trying to change. Now, when you're in your 30s, yes, it can be a little more difficult. So what do? Go slower, because guess what? You're already getting older. One step is another step of progress closer to whatever you're trying to do. So take baby steps, okay? I understand you're busy. I understand you have a career. You might have kids. You might be in your doctoral program at this point. There's a lot of stuff going on. But you can still make a little ounce of effort every single day, no matter how small, because guess what? 5 years from now, when you're 30 to 35 or 35 creeping up on 40, all those little steps and habits you've made will have built up into a whole new person. Yes, it might have taken you a little bit longer, but I would rather you be doing something very small than doing nothing at all. And the last thing you need to be doing in your 30s is really checking out who is in your circle, who is supporting your goals and who is against your goals. Every time you try to change and you show people your progress, who's cheering you on and who's over there talking about, you look fine the way you are. If you're in your 40s, it is very, very hard to change. How do I know this? I've trained a lot of people 40 and up. Success rate isn't always there. I have to be completely honest with you. What I want you to do in your 40s is understand one thing. I'll put it like this. For me, I have a lot of people that are older, more seasoned, that I look up to, right? So when you're 40 years old, I want you to understand that whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, there are people that are looking up to you and how you move to navigate how they are going to move as they get older in life. So use that as your fuel. What kind of role model do you want to be? What kind of image are you trying to set? What message do you want to convey to the younger generations, right? So instead of just being complacent with life and where you are and settled and secure, do the same things that you could have done in your 30s. Take small steps. Let people know you're trying to change. Look at your circle. It might be still time to cut people off. There's no age limit to cutting people off. If I'm 7 years old, hey, you rub me the wrong way, you're gone. I don't care how old I am, right? So you are that positive role model, whether you believe it or not. Use that as your strength to build upon the weaknesses that will soon become your strengths, which will also soon become your accelerants. Now, hopefully this helped give you some insight on how activity levels change through my years of coaching. Make sure you follow me, Lose Weight, Not Your Lifestyle, Rogers 2 Fit. Until the next video, peace.